Around listening to this shit, right? I don't know where we found these girls from. This is before I was this is like wait, that's
Clean it. Clean it up. This is fun time, man. This is early.
Hey, anytime you say hurt, you better understand it was way before that.
This week's episode is brought to you by Jafia's Boutique, for the on-the-budget woman with expensive taste. Jafia's Boutique is locally owned and operated in Utica, New York, and she will actually hand-deliver your clothing. Please reach out to her with all your clothing and accessory needs.
Back again. It's a special one.
Yes, sir.
So we got a big dog in the building today, man. You don't even know we got a big dog in the building. You know what I mean?
Man, this my dude, man. This history right here. This
family
history right here. That's a fact.
It's the family right here. Man.
Let's get into it.
But before we introduce our guest, it's your man at Blackshear.
It's your boy G Brown, aka G.
Yeah, we the two brothers' point of view.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to the show. I mean, we got a special guest in the building. I mean, I met this man through basketball. I met a lot of people through basketball, but I met this man through basketball.
Yes, sir.
I mean,
we knew he had a gift then.
Yeah, we had a gift.
Personality.
Yeah.
You know, charismatic, respectful.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh.
You know what I'm saying?
Humble guy,
ahead of his time in a way. and always wanted to get better. Because we have them conversations about baskall. A lot of conversations about basketball. So I know he had a mindset of just whatever he put himself into, I want to get better. Mm-hmm. That's what I've seen out of him asking questions. Not everybody asks them type of questions. Right. Especially at that age. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just as young now, just a little older. So his questions he asking, I'm probably asking somebody else similar questions. You dig what I'm saying? So yeah, paying homage. Definitely one of them guys.
We got Joe Martin in the building, y'all. Joe Martin in the building. Got our guy Joe Martin in the building, man.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate y'all, man, for having me out here, man.
Yeah, man.
You already know.
Man.
Nah, we appreciate you. You a busy man.
Sure.
Tell us what's going on, man. Give us some of the scoop.
Right now, bros, I'm just
you just released them?
The Trifecta 2.
Yes.
So right now I'm just trying to focus on releasing videos and stuff like that to to bring out the art. You know, it's all my art. Basically, at the end of the day, it's just now I got to put it to vision now so people can see what I'm talking about and stuff like that. So I'm focusing just one by one, man. Not too crazy, because that's what I learned too. Like
taking your time.
Yeah, taking your time, man. I'm in my lane. Like I used to try to everybody guilty of trying to compete and see others doing something, and you're guilty of not guilty, but you're just competitive mode. You just want to keep up.
Compare yourself to.
You can compare it, and then with this, it's not like that. It's a whole, God put you on this music thing that you got your own little situation, your own lane to figure it out. You got to go through your way. You know what I'm saying? You can't. You
got that.
Right, so I'm just taking my time with it, just getting these visuals out. Shout out to Shadow, he in the building.
Yes, sir.
He's done.
Definitely.
We've been working for 10 plus years already, so it's crazy, man.
You got Shadow on your team. You're doing something.
Yeah, Shadow,
Big
everyone
time.
knows Shadow.
Absolutely.
Man,
I want to start from the beginning though. He's talking 10 plus years. The man been on it for 10 y'all.
Because I didn't think he was an artist like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because the ball transition is crazy. It's hard because a lot of us
do it. You gotta earn the respect.
A lot of us do it.
So tell us the beginning stages of that.
So where did you start rapping at?
I really started like my grandfather had like them old school cameras back in the day, and we would listen like a lot of Big Pun, and we would we would record ourselves like rapping like we was the artists and stuff like that. So when I seen myself, I thought it was whack back then, but I thought I was like, you know what I'm saying? I thought I was the shit. I was like, oh man, like I look cool on the camera, you know what I'm saying? So that's like one of the things that made me want to get into it. I never knew how to rap or nothing like that, but I was always into poetry. Mm-hmm. So like poetry was something cool that helped me start like rhyming and stuff like that to find like a way to tell my ways in an art form of poetry and stuff like that. So rapping is kind of similar to poetry. So
expression.
Yeah.
Your feelings, pouring it out on a pen, pouring it out on the paper.
Right.
So your passion from writing came from just what you said, poetry.
Poetry, right? Because I seen the vision with me seeing myself like trying to be like a star, like I want to, be like that, but I never had no lyrics. I never knew what to talk about. You know what I'm saying?
Is that a confidence thing? Is that something you got to build from within? Because you know, certain people, and I'm just putting myself, like for basketball, for example, I got to relate it. Right. Sometimes you don't express yourself because of the lack of confidence, or you don't do things because of the confidence. Did you have that problem, or you just knew for sure, you didn't even have to question?
Nah, I definitely did, because like, when I started rapping, like, it was like 2004 or 5, like right when I got into high school, like me and my son Shar was low key. Shar used to, Shar was an L.
Shout out to Shar. Don't tell me that.
Look, listen, Shar, my son Shar used to be the L ghostwriter.
Word?
Shar, you know, people that know Shar was a real into poetry and shit, so his poetry used to hit. I used to be tight, like, damn, how did find them words like that, put it together? Yeah, so Shar different, so he used to be my ghostwriter back in the day, because I never knew how to write lyrics. Like, it just took me like an hour to do like certain shit, so I'm like, damn, man, like like for 4 bars, it took me like an hour to do 4 bars. That dude, he just have him straight out, ready. You know what I'm saying? He never liked to people to know that he did that. So he would just give me
humble man.
Yeah, he would give me you know,
and does great for the community
lyrics and stuff like that. So Shar, man, shout out to Shar. So he put that little plug in me, and then once I started really writing and getting to myself, like playing around with it, you know, this one Sean Capo, rest in peace Cop. He would drill it in me like, yo, like I said, man, you never gonna make it in basketball. Like, just give it up.
Yo, he told you that?
He did not tell you that. Shar, you an asshole.
No, not Shar. Cabo told me.
Oh, Capo?
Cabo was like, yo, I feel you, like, yeah.
But yo, now that you say that,
that's crazy.
I can picture Capo saying that to you.
Bro, it's like,
yeah, I couldn't picture Shar saying that.
Like, and we had like 14 years old, 15 years old. So at that time, we thinking we gonna get in the league. We thinking we gonna make it go overseas. Like, we not about to. What you mean? I'm not gonna make it with basketball. So it's like, at 14, telling me that. So it's like, yo, you're not gonna make it. You're not going to the NBA. It's over. So it's like, you know. So I was just like, what do you mean by that? So, you know, he got it in me. He brought me to the studio one time with Buck and them. It was Buck, Queez, Blaze. Shout out to those guys, because they was running shit crazy at that time. They're still doing it. Shout out to that. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So Cop brought me around that, and I remember I recorded my first song with those guys, and it was trash. To me, it was super trash, but Cop always seen it in me, like, nah, this is what you're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So that was really the start of it, of like, okay. He's like, yo, you got the look, you dress, and like, you got the rapper look, so you might as well try to, like, you know, get into it. So when he told me that, it gave me a little confidence. You know, once somebody tell you, even with basketball, or anybody tell you, look, you nice, you take that and be like, all right, you gonna run with it. Like, oh, you think I'm nice, so it's gonna make you go harder and, like, you know, just motivate yourself to do better and get better at it, so people could just see, the next time they see you, they're like, oh shit, you really taking this shit serious. So that was like one of my things. But at the time, like I said, this is high school, so I'm not even thinking about really taking it serious, because it was hard. Like I said, it was tough for me, because growing up, we really had, at that time, that era was, dudes really rapping. Like, we had, like, you know what I'm saying, the Dipsets, the Nas's. It wasn't no, you can't just go in there and rap how ABC really shit now. Like, you really had to rap, and it was like a story. You had to tell stories, or like whatever. It really had to make, oh my God, man, turn that off. So you really had to make sense to, like, to really write and make a song back. The structure of a song back in the day wasn't just getting in there and just mumbling shit.
That's what I was about to say.
The
time and effort is a different game.
Right. So it was tough. And then you got the dudes, like, battle rap is back again, it's lit.
Oh,
like,
it's so clever and witty.
Yeah, so it's like, right now with the battle rap, is like, back in the day, you had to have bars, you had to have punchlines, you had to have, like, just all these things in one song, so people could really, like, listen to you type shit. You know what I'm saying? So so back then it was a lot to really rap. So I was like, I'm not doing this shit. This is too much thinking. This is too much. You gotta really sit.
So give respect to them rappers, because them dudes gotta be geniuses.
Back in the day, the dudes,
that's tough, man.
It's hard, man. It's really like a structured way that back in the day, that was like, you really had to add this in there, incorporate that to make it a song, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, versus nowadays, you can have a song that's a minute long, 2 minutes, not even a minute and a half, and this shit go viral, and they pop off that shit. Back in the day, they look at you crazy with one hook and one verse. You had, back in the day, you had to have a fucking 3 verses, I think, in one song. So I can't even write a verse. I'm not doing this. So, you know, fast forward, college, you know, the basketball thing wasn't working out for me. I got cut my senior year high school. That's when I went to Whitesboro. I should have never did that.
Yeah. I mean,
To this day, I'm like, yo, I had to talk about it. I'm like, yo, man, these dudes.
That's
what I meant when we used to play against.
No, you know, I understood why though. You understood why you moved and tried to get yourself the exposure.
Yeah,
you did it right.
I tried, but
they didn't respect your shit.
Nah, they did it, and the thing was as well, like dudes I had.
You had game.
Yeah,
that was not the issue.
Yeah.
I promise you that.
It was just I was in the wrong, you know what I mean, the wrong program. Wrong program. So when I seen these dudes, you guys, I'm like, I'm over there at White. I'm like, yo, these dudes is winning chips. They had the manly. They had the manly. Like that's everybody's dream.
But those is you gotta realize. Some people be like, man, that's levels, bro. And I'm not saying our level was so crazy.
Nah,
like,
it was. No.
That was a level.
And the thing I could tell y'all about this, playing against y'all. See, y'all don't understand because y'all play. See, y'all grew up and played with each other.
Yeah.
I had to really play against y'all.
Yeah. A lot.
So you don't understand the
competitiveness
when we always played against each other was always there. Mm-hmm. But when you were the other opposing team, I ain't never got that feeling from y'all. So when I was on the opposing team,
it was like
I'm thinking y'all gonna let me breathe a little bit, like you, Wesley, like these dudes.
We wasn't letting
they wasn't nobody. I'm like, these my guys, like harder, you know what I'm saying? Yo, I was wrong.
He's gonna make me go harder. I'm gonna make him go harder.
Make me go harder.
Then Wes coming off like, you come in here, you better do what we doing.
These dudes was grown men, like everybody was a man child. With those Red Proctor, man. That team, that era right there, Dre, all them dudes. It was like I'm watching these dudes and playing against y'all. It was just like.
It was fun.
Damn, he's nice. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then watching y'all elevate and play against, the Jimmy Fredettes, the dudes from who else? The Brandon Trenches and them, and all the D1 dudes,
Evan Mark Lyons,
top guys, man. And just watching these dudes that you play, like you guys playing pickup ball with, and just playing ball, and they're playing against top schools.
Shadow,
crazy.
Shadow was a baller too.
Shadow was a hoop out here, man.
We ain't gonna not talk about Shadow in the cut.
You know what I mean?
Even though he was on the other side.
We was wrong.
They don't let nobody breathe because these guys
at all. They had their moments though. Yeah. That's why we had to be like, oh wait, they're getting ballers now. What's going on? Right. But I heard Rome always had ballers. Just like cats came here from the city or whatever else, or we moved. It was cats in the room too. Growing up, I used to hear a lot of stories.
Rome was nice.
Definitely.
It was good when we was there.
Right.
You was talking about. Not to mean to cut, but you was talking about Capo, right?
Right.
Pretty much put that into your head, like, yo, this is what you're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So this is when me listening to that brings me to who you have in your surroundings in your circle is so important.
It is important, man.
You gotta know who the real gems are in your circle,
and not to have a yes man either.
Yeah, the yes men suck, and the dudes who hating are there.
Yeah, they there.
You know what I'm saying? Even when they smile in your face, you gotta recognize the difference. You know what I mean? Only people who know it, and I hate to say it, is your mother or your father. You know what I'm saying? They know who like that one. Nah, I don't know about that one.
You say, get line, man, they cool.
I smell something different. You feel me? So when you got that circle around you, you're gonna elevate. There's no question. You know what I'm saying? Not saying I didn't have that, but I wish I had it more.
You know what I learned as I got older? I talk about this with my guy behind the camera. I learned how to like feel energy. Like feel
embrace
energy. Embrace people's energy.
But
and if your energy is off, when I was younger, running around this city, I used to just run with like a lot of anybody. Just because we like work together or like
for exception
away, you might have like a little status.
For approval.
You have a little approval. But now I move more. I learned like my parents, they felt people's energy that was around me. They were like, yo, you probably really shouldn't be around.
They know better. They
I
do better.
Just be like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it anyways. You know what I mean? Because we grew up around.
Well, this is how you learn too, right? Like I guess you know what I'm saying. You go through life. Lessons on the choices you make, and sometimes you got to make your own choices. The parents know that. You know what I'm saying? And I also feel like solid parents know you're gonna come right back to what I was just fucking telling you. I told you, but I had to let you know. You know what I'm saying? I told you, but I had to let you figure that shit out.
Right, you got to figure it out.
Which is dope.
Part of the journey.
So you had a solid foundation almost. To push you and to elevate you.
At a young age.
So do you have that right now? Somebody right now who's like, yo. Nah, bro. Or Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody's not a yes man.
You know what I mean? Not a yes man. Somebody who's gonna push
it. Crazy is GA. So right off of that,
shout out to GA, big dog.
Another one, you know what I mean?
Same with me. Yeah. He told me that word organic. Yeah. You know what I mean? We was working together. Yeah. How some things gotta be naturally given. If it ain't as natural or organic, it's probably ain't even right. We had many a conversations for the short span. You know, we all know each other. We know, but for the moments we worked together, we had some real sit downs. We had to do 16s in one building together. So we go and chop it up with a brother. And then we build. And you right, man. GA is one of them cats. I'm not surprised you said that.
Yeah. So it's like right off. You know, growing up with these, and it's special, like you said, because it's these dudes these sandbox dudes. So it's like. Them telling me that at an early age just made me elevate at a young age myself. Because, I ain't had no father. So watching them dudes kind of like helped me figure out the path and figure out the streets and figure out, how to move and energy, like you said, like going to these parties, going to the hood, like, bro, this is not
how do you move? And when you in these situations, you want to have fun.
I learned from them. Yeah. So it's like, and, just my environment as well, but mostly through them guys. So, like I said, when I was on senior year, it didn't work out. I got cut my senior year. It's crazy. I've been on the varsity since sophomore year. Got cut my senior year because of my attitude. I'm not gonna sit here and just act like it was the coach's fault.
Oh, you told the truth. That's crazy.
I gotta take accountability, man. I really like, and that's what made me.
Even though attitude sucked, and I don't know how.
It was bad, man. It was bad. Now I look at it.
I was gonna say, how bad was it? Because I'm one of them dudes who be like, I'm gonna keep you around though, because I don't like.
What he did was what old dude did was whack, man. We ain't gonna say that coach did was whack. He could have, because at the end of the day, I'm 17.
Let me tell you something. Somebody's gonna match your time frame and figure out, and they're gonna know.
Yeah, they're gonna know what it is, but it's like, I'm not gonna say because it's gonna give whatever. But at 17, it's like, I'm 17 years old.
Right.
I'm a kid. Like you're OG. You supposed to at least. And I come from, and I went, like I said, that school I went to is very different from where we come from. Mm-hmm. So my environment,
that cultural differences,
exactly.
It's a gap,
my environment growing up, he not gonna understand because he probably used to all his players growing up a certain way. But I was the one that didn't grow up with a father. I had a lot of trauma with that.
He wouldn't know that.
Seeing that exactly. So he went. He didn't know my pain when I was going through as a player, and then understanding my frustrations, I would take it out on the court. That's all my anger was just because I take it out on the court.
And this is fucked up, and it's not beautifully said, right? Because you can teach that to your children or people you love who's younger than you, because that's how I see it. It's trauma without having a father figure. Yeah. Some things that you weren't taught or given as a child from your father or person that you have in your life, mother or father. Right. This goes different ways. You need that stuff, man.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? My mom was solid. I think we had this conversation before. Mm-hmm. My mom was solid as shit. Yeah. Dope.
The mama love. What I'm saying? Great woman. Love her.
So certain things she taught us was survival and how to do this, that, and the third. Mm-hmm. Certain things that she tried to teach us, even though she taught us, you still needed that male figure in your life.
Still, bro.
You need it, bro.
Still, bro.
So I get where you coming from, and
that's why we see great fathers now, because you see if I see you.
I don't play about that shit, and I talk to my child like, we ain't gonna Google Gaga this one.
We about to be men.
We about to have a conversation.
Because that's smart. That's the best way, because they understand. If you take it away like yelling, like, see, I don't like to yell at my door. Sometimes you gotta do it.
You get it out, bro. Come on.
Sometimes you gotta
do what you gotta do.
I don't want to yell at my kid either.
But it's a certain way to go about it. And I look at it like, all right, if I was a kid, this is how I would want it. And I never had it, so this is how I'm gonna do it for her. So she could, when she get older, not be scared to talk to me about some real shit. So it's always like, all right, I could go to my dad because I know he understand where we at. You know what I mean?
So
this week's episode is brought to you by Jafia's Boutique, for the on-the-budget woman with expensive taste. Jafia's Boutique is locally owned and operated in Utica, New York, and she will actually hand-deliver your clothing. Please reach out to her with all your clothing and accessory needs.
There's a deal on the table, and it's like, it looks so amazing, but you're selling you're giving up everything. I'm done. I keep watching Prince. Prince was one of them dudes who just understood the game.
Word.
And he took it by the horns, and people probably disliked him for it, but he owns everything.
Yeah. Prince and Michael Jackson.
You know what I'm saying?
I watch a lot of videos where it be like, my son love Michael Jackson right now for some reason.
That's right.
So like I be watching like Michael Jackson old interviews. He be really watching these shits. Like
he was pro.
For some reason he's really intrigued by Michael Jackson, the way he be talking.
Right. Yeah.
And we be finding these YouTube videos about how he be talking about the business or music.
Yeah.
And it'd be so crazy how it just relate to now. And him and
Big time.
And they'd be like, they were so hell bent on being businessmen. They was like great artists, but they was like so hell bent on like, yo,
because they're taking my stuff.
Yeah, we gonna own our shit.
You know
Michael
more.
Jackson was all about like generational wealth, all that with his music, and then that's how he bought Sony. Like he owned the Beatles, like shit crazy.
Yeah. Beyonce music, everybody music. He owns everybody. Most of that. He might be still making a bag today. His kids will forever be rich.
They do.
You dig what I'm saying? So that stuff right there is important. I understand people who take deals though. It's a dream.
Yeah, it is.
It's like signing an NBA contract.
It is.
It's like something I always wished and wanted.
Can't blame them, man.
Can't blame them.
You don't know, like you said earlier, everybody's situation.
You know what I'm saying?
Different.
People grow up differently. It's so unfair though.
It could change their lives.
That these people who giving you the deal knows
they know that.
About to fuck you.
They know that.
No lube, nigga.
Yeah, they know that. If you don't know your shit, they
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's fucked up. And now I'm not gonna get into this political thing.
I know where it's going.
Almost there.
I'm gonna stop.
I know where it's going, G.
But you know, it's disgusting
how they
treat kids, because that's what a lot of these people are. And I say kids because you might be 25, you're still a kid in that man's eyes, and he's treating you as such because you don't know. You know, me and my boy had this conversation. Kids are dumb. Like, damn, that's kind of harsh, but it's true.
Right, they fall for it.
If you don't know,
dumb because you don't know.
Naive.
Yeah, that's an easier way of saying it. But you know,
if you don't know, you just don't know.
You just don't know until we teach you, or you're taught, or you go through the trenches.
Find out. Or you gotta find out.
It's a nice little word. It is. But you know, that's what me and my boy going back and I'm like, damn, dumb is harsh, bro. Like, damn. But you know what I mean. Motherfuckers is dumb. I'll be like, but when you tell them, or they get knocked on their ass,
right?
You learn it. And it's unfortunate that a lot of our brothers, and I'm speaking, and I seen Taylor Swift talk about it. You know, so it's not a race thing all the way. No. It's just a lot of us are naive to the game.
You know what? Because I said something last show where we recorded about, like we was talking about women. And remember we talking about women and how men devalue based on your money.
Be valued on the things you can provide.
Yeah, so I was thinking about that, right?
Yeah.
So like I was talking about that, my wife, was watching it. And I was talking about that. And I started thinking, I was like, that's probably actually right. Because we all got girls.
Yeah.
And we don't want our girls to be naive to what men do to them. Because, you know, like some of the stuff we did,
right.
You know, have done towards females. So really, them holding like certain standards, it ain't like super wrong. Like wanting a man that's got a bag.
I'm not disagreeing with it.
I mean, it ain't exactly wrong. Cause I was thinking like, you know, like men always gotta be valued with money, but like I'm thinking like I ain't about to be. I'm over here building generational wealth myself. I want my girl, my daughter to be with no dude that's
not doing it.
Not doing that. Then they get married and then it don't work out. Then he gonna take half of our shit. Like, I don't really want that to happen. I mean,
no,
want to be one of the.
Or teach your son, or have your son not have, or know how to take care, or have, you know, handling money. Because, you know, that's something I would want to teach my son. That's something I struggled with, or, you know what I mean?
Right.
My family struggled with handling your finances and making sure you make the right choices with your money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
to where you don't have to worry about.
Oh, man.
We've been talking about that all week.
Oh, man.
Talking about, you know, generational wealth, real estate, all that, all week.
It's important. A lot of people talk, and you say generational wealth, and I agree with y'all. Some of us don't even know how to be comfortable, let alone rich, let alone wealthy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even know
they try to try to get the generational wealth off the. And I don't think we should teach them the basics. We weren't given the basics. You know, I wasn't given the basics.
Nah. I don't think none of us was.
You know, economics is the most important thing now for my age.
Yeah. Right. We at the point where if
you don't know your economics, then you're fucked, bro. You're not gonna make it as far as you want to go.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
All three of us, we had like the point where, because I've been talking to Joe all week about this.
I've been calling him every day.
Yeah, where we at the point though where we start that. I mean, like our
This
parents
is
really
what
didn't
I'm
know about
saying.
that. We started. We changed the next
Yeah.
20 years of, you know,
How this
Whatever
going.
whatever goes,
your
yeah.
grandkids, you know, your grandkids like, you know what I mean? So
I agree.
But
We potentially will be
wealth, brother.
grandparents.
Generational wealth and generational knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really it.
You know what I mean?
Knowledge
The
is-
knowledge.
Yeah, that's really it.
Because to get the wealth, you
We
need
talked
the
about that
knowledge.
last, yeah, and
You know
we
what I'm
weren't
saying?
educated.
So, we weren't educated. We ain't had the knowledge,
Word.
so
We
we
weren't
couldn't be
educated.
the wealthy. But now,
This week's episode is also brought to you by 7 Degrees Clothing. Please reach out to Joe Marte or 7 Degrees Clothing on social media to place your order.
to be independent, like, you know, started with merch. Merch is important. Because nobody gonna make, like me, what I learned with this 10 years, like, all right, this song gonna do it. This song, this year, shout out, how many years we been, yo, this the one. We out of here.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
You right there, boy.
Yeah.
Sit down.
Relax. Yeah.
So I learned with music, it's not quick money. It's like you gotta get that, damn, is this the one type shit? But with versus, like, you know, setting up a brand and getting your brand right, now you have people, you know, buying your merch, which you could invest the profit off that into your music, you know, because the merch shit is quicker than music sales and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So merch is very important, and I always suggest that to everybody coming up, man. Like, just figure out your brand, get your merch right, you know what I'm saying? Because it's dope for me because usually when I figure this out, it's a 7 Degree vibe, like I really like draw it out first, bad sketch, I don't know how to draw it, but I sketch it out, and it's dope when I sketch it out to see the vision and then see people with it on, like you know what I'm saying? It's dope to see. So
It's dope.
merch is important, man, because it's like, for me, it's not just about the money either. It's just cool to see myself and my art and other people, and then
You're
it's
deep
dope
into
to
your
see.
artic-
Right. So it's dope to see, like he said, like how I got with Ed, like he seen the hoodie and he liked it, and it's just like a domino effect. Like somebody else liked the hoodie, they liked it. So now you touching off one little vision. I was just in the room writing, and now that shit is touching everybody. Now everybody got it on. Like that, I feel that's more the money to me. That feel better than money to me. You know what I'm
And
saying?
that's actually a well play too. Like we've been talking about real estate, but like you teaching us something because we building a brand here with 2 degrees.
And that could work with that as well.
You know what I mean? I guess that's teaching.
It don't matter if you're an
Yeah.
artist. It don't matter. I'm seeing barbers do it. I'm seeing people that own anything. People that even own like just salons. Anybody, just put your brand on something and get the merch out, because people like what you got going on, and everybody got a fan base of what they got going on. So somebody probably want to represent it and wear it. Somebody want to wear that shit. Oh, you know, that's my nephew, or this my grandson, this is my friend right here. Like people want to wear that shit. So
You got a story behind it? Where you came up with something?
Yeah. Where the 7 degrees
yeah, the
come
7
from?
degree shit is basically like you know, looking at, you know, just the weather. You know, it's cold where we from, so you know, looking at the shit one time and it's like, it's cold as fuck out, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, I don't think it was exactly 7 degrees or something like that, but it was just something like, I picked 7 because 7 is a godly number.
Yeah.
You know, I'm very spiritual, so like 7 is like a number that I feel like, you know, would be brandable to represent what I want to represent. You know what I mean? Like
Your aura, your
it's-
feel,
yeah, just like,
everything
you know what I
about
mean? Yeah, 7. You hear the number 7 is just like good luck.
That's
and like,
my
you know what I'm
number
saying? Yeah, so it's like,
that's Gina.
see, so what I'm
Gina.
saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like, you know what I mean? It's a godly number. So I'm like, yo, 7 degrees, because the 7 degrees is at the bottom. Like I said, we from upstate. We from the cold. We from
You
a
know
very
about
cold
that shit.
place. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We from the bottom.
Yeah.
So 7 degrees is always at the bottom, but always the temperature always rise up. So I feel like in life, no matter what situation you put in, you're always gonna rise up in the situation. So that's what the brand represent. Like you at the bottom, 7 degrees. You could be at the lowest point of your life. 7 degrees, you at the bottom, but you got that godly number. You still got the spirit alive. You got
Get up out of there.
but you can always get out. You got the you know, you can rise up. So that's what the brand represents for anybody in the struggle, anybody in a dark place. You can always just rise up. So that's what mean to me. And when people got it on, I'll be like, all right, they represent that, and they represent that as well on them to rise up. You know what I'm saying, and be a better person. And, you know what I'm saying? So that's-
Motivation.
Yeah, bro.
dope.
You know what
That's
I mean?
good shit, man.
Yeah, so with your music, you know, we went through your first song, you know, some of the history of how you used to write, now you kind of like freestyle songs. So like now, musically, where you at now?
Man, I love where I'm at, because I got like I said, like it was hard to find like that. Not hard to find my own sound, but like now I have my sound. Like people know like that's distinct. Like all right, that's Joe right there. Like, you know, like I always used to be scared to like play with my singing voice and stuff like that. And shout out to Cavalone, man. Cavalone in the building as well. You know, I recorded with him. I can't forget him. He had me a couple times in the studio where, you know, try something different. You know what I mean? My second song that I actually have was recorded at his house. I did the 420 song. I don't know if y'all remember that joint.
I remember that.
I think we recorded that at your crib, right? The 420?
Yeah. I believe
so.
Smokers.
Yeah, so
420 your guys?
Yeah.
So like you know what I mean? So it's just
I am too.
It's just the sound now just elevated. Just you know, I just love where I'm at with it. You know what I mean? I'm having fun. I'm doing what I want to do. I sound like myself. Everything I talk about is my life. Like I could go back, and that's another thing too. Like I could go back 10 years, right? And I ain't talking about no Lamborghini shit. No, I got this, I got that. No jewelry. Not against nobody that do it, because at the end of the day, this is art. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their art.
Maybe they say it just because they want it, manifest it.
Just it's not. I don't take it from nobody how they do it. For me, it just feel good for me to go back 10 years. Like, damn, bro, you never changed your way, or you never try to ride on this wave. You never did this because that was going on. I stayed true to my sound still, and I could go back and I could play it. You know what's dope about it? I could play the songs back in the day, and I could still rock to them shits. Them shits is still vibey. So it's like, oh shit,
keep pushing.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So right now, and then I just elevate. Yeah, we gonna get this show.
You gonna get that show. G gonna push that. He
gonna get my show, nigga.
But now, like,
better pop out too.
With the whole, you know, like freestyle, like going off top. It's not going off top. I just punch in. But like now, like I got more words. I'm more like, you know, I have more vocabulary with my words. Yeah. So now when I freestyle, I'm saying shit. Before I ain't say shit. I ain't make sense. Like I ain't had no words. I'm saying just to get a flow. Sometimes I still do that. Like I go like just to
find it,
mumble shit and figure out what flow go with that. Then when I get the flow, I replace it with a word around with what that sound, or possibly that whatever I said sound like that word. You know what I'm saying? So I do that, and that's how I start punching in. Because when you punch in, for me it give me like more, like I have more fun with it. It makes me like, instead of writing, because writing I could say I could do a flow, I get frustrated, but I'm gonna come back. Then it just take away my whole type of like adrenaline what I just had like on freestyling. You could just say whatever and it's right there, the flow's there. So that's what I've been doing recently, and it's been working for me. So I love my sound right now where I'm going with it. And like I said, like I got another project I'm about to drop early next year. You know, just stay consistent. I want to do probably like 2 a year now, like 2 projects a year, like every 6 months. You know what I'm saying?
Album, and mixtape,
tapes.
I probably consider it like an album. You know what I'm saying? Like just more because, like I said, I want to do it like a listening. Like that's what we probably gonna get the show. We do a listening party there.
That'd be
dope.
Do
a show there, like you know, have some food, drinks,
all that.
See my son CJ cook up some soul 112.
All that.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
We can connect.
Yeah, we gonna do. You know what I mean? We do something like that. So that's what I'm working on now. I'm working on the album, and I'm doing a bunch of visuals, and that's pretty much it, man. I'm just trying to keep it going, and yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Just keep grinding. That's what it is, man. Hopefully next time I see y'all, it's another situation for me where we could, you know.
Yeah, we be up.
Nah, we definitely is, man. All we gonna do is grind out, man. That's what we do, man. Love you, boy. Appreciate you coming through, man. So you already know what it is. That's us.
Yeah, man.
We good. We rocked out.
Yeah. You got anything else you wanna tell the people before
let
we
them
go?
know what's dropping, man. Let them know what's out.
Look, man, I got the merch out right now. You see the 7 Degree sweatsuits, man. Go get that.
Follow
I got the I got Trifecta 2. The album dropped July 22nd this year, but you go check it out on all streaming platforms. You know what I'm saying? We're working on the visuals right now. Working on a new album next year. Got a lot of music dropping. Got a lot of dope things coming. So
Instagram handle?
Instagram.
J is Joe Marte. You can put in the search bar. JoMarte. You know what I mean? Follow the boy. Yeah, man.
Y'all had a story I wanted to say before we went, but I don't know if this dude remember this, yo. We had a wild night one night. It was me, him, Clyde.
Oh shit, Clyde. This thing was Clyde.
My cousin Clyde. I was thinking about this. I don't know why I made me think about this. Yo, me, him, Clyde, Khalil. We in my car. We riding around. I don't know where we was. I don't know if we went to a hurt party or something. We ended up together. We riding around the car. We listening to that Miguel. All I want is you.
Good song.
Great song.
Who is it? Who on that song? J. Cole on that song.
Yeah.
We riding around listening to this shit, right? I don't know where we found these girls from. This This is before I was this is like way back. That's it.
Clean it. Clean it up. This is fun time, bro. This is early.
Hey, anytime you say hurt, you better understand it was way before that. You know what I mean?
Bro, yo, we riding around listening to that shit, right? I don't know. We all probably was twisted. We riding around listening to that shit. I don't know where we found these girls from. We ended up over here by them dusty hotels in Utica, like North Utica, dusty hotels. Yeah, these 4 chicks. I don't, you know, we about to do something.
Yeah.
Clyde fucked it all up.
Oh man.
Clyde fucked it all up. Called them this, that, third. They sped off tune. We ended up at the gas station on Oneida Street.
Talk about it.
You would not believe who came out this gas station. Had a limousine outside. No,
son from
Different Strokes. What's his name? Son from Different Strokes. Not Gary Coleman, the other brother.
The light skinned dude.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Dude, that was.
You know his brother from Brother.
Bro?
What's his name?
Damn, I don't know his name, but he was in a limo, bro.
Yeah,
that's how you know it was back in the day too.
The same
limo. We got a limo. Yo, son.
It actually said Different Strokes on the limousine.
I was like, yo, what? I forgot where you was going. I didn't know where I was going with the story. I was like, what are you talking about?
Nah, he set that shit on fire though. He brought it right with it.
Yeah, I was like, what?
Yo, did you hear this man? Was it the limo from Different Strokes?
Nah,
did that shit say Different Strokes in bubble letters?
Yo, I remember that night, bro.
Yeah, that's my most memorable time I had with this guy. We pulled up to the gas station. Some Different Strokes came out with like like 4 white girls in a limo. I'm like, yo, this man is a.
Can we come?
What are you doing?
That was mad random, bro. Nah, that was a good story. Yeah, got Clyde,
shit, man. Shout out to Clyde. We always have a good time. Clyde, yo, you know how to have a good time, though.
Yeah, you know how to have a great time.
I had to get that story out, though, man, because I was thinking about the other day. I was like, yo, that was a hilarious,
great fucking
random
story.
night.
Random, bro.
Random night. Yeah, man, but we here. We proud of you. We talking too heavy. You already know. Thanks for coming out.
I ain't taking them out.
Come out to the show.
Setting my scene.
Yo, look out for my boy. My boy going up.
I'm working, man.
Absolutely.
Shout out to the U315 shit, man.
Peace and love, man.
That's it. That's the show.
Yeah.
BPOV. Tap in.
We out of here.
Place, I almost lost my mental. I had to get my shit together on these instrumentals. Yeah, shit too crazy in these streets now. Really lost it all, but I'm getting back on my feet now. Trying to make some money off 16s in these freestyles. Miss my nigga Capo, wish that I could hit that redial. Yeah, and have another conversation. We them niggas coming up. I swear to y'all, we from the basement trying to